Okay, here we are on a rather overcast afternoon here in beautiful Kelowna, British Columbia. And right behind me, from a different perspective for this video, is Okanagan Lake. Uh, Today I want to talk about just kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And that's what these videos are all about for me. They're about lots of other things as well. But a component of this is me stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing this and being impeccable with my word. I had made a commitment that I was going to take and do 3 videos a week, and you know what? I am going to do 3 videos a week. Even on those days where it makes me feel a little uncomfortable to take and do the video, I'm still going to do it. And I think that an important thing for me, a takeaway from that, is that as we become adults, we tend to not want to step outside of our comfort zone very much. We tend to, define our lives by the things that we've been doing, the activities that we've taken part in, whether it's bicycling or motorcycling or you name it, whatever kind of activities you grew up with, you tend to keep those in your adult life and maybe even narrow that box down a little bit. And I think that something that occurs to us is that we actually get uncomfortable with the idea of doing things that we're uncertain about how to do them. Again, reference point for me, doing these videos and just coming off with the topic off the top of my head makes me a little bit uncomfortable. It's not something I'm used to doing. But the magic of growth, the magic of personal development comes, I believe, when we step outside of our comfort zone and we learn new things. This is a new thing for me, but there's so many other new things that I've taken on in the last 12 months, 24 months. And you know what? When I'm doing this, I know that I stumble. I know that I bruise a knee. Sometimes I fall flat and it's like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking of before I shot that video? Don't know. But the important thing is to keep going. I'm going to just kind of liken it to a child. You think of a little baby that's just at that time where they're crawling and they're learning to walk. How terrible would it be if a little baby at that point, toddler actually, or pre-toddler at that point, was only willing to step outside their comfort zone, crawling, a little bit. And the first couple of times they got up and they tried to walk, they fall down, and they get up, they try again, they fall down, and it's like, oh my goodness, that's not for me. That's outside my comfort zone, and I just can't go there. But that's not what the little baby does. That's not what the pre-toddler does. The pre-toddler just keeps going until they're a toddler. And then they keep going from being a toddler to somebody that's walking with confidence and running with confidence. And then, the next physical thing that they tackle could well be they're on the bicycle and they're going through that whole learning and learning to bicycle as well. And I think that there's a lot of benefit for us to remember that when we're looking at things that are uncomfortable, things that we've maybe thought we would like to do, but we haven't because we're a little nervous, we're not sure how to do that, we might look silly. For example, 2 things in my life that I have yet to actually feel really comfortable about. One is dancing, right? Now, we all, I'm sure, go to the nightclub and in the past anyway, and have danced. I've done that, but I'm talking about really being able to dance in a more formal way. I want to be able to foxtrot. I want to be able to waltz. I want to be able to do those great kinds of dances with my beautiful wife, Colette. And does it push me a little bit outside my comfort zone? Absolutely, because I don't have the faintest idea of just what I do to make all of that happen. But I'm going to make a commitment that this is the year that I'm going to learn how to dance. Also, second thing that I want to tackle this year is downhill skiing. I've been downhill skiing twice. Loved it both times, but never carved the time in my day, in my year, to actually get out there and go downhill skiing. And yet it's something that I totally want to do. And I live in a beautiful part of the world where 45 minutes in any direction that I choose to go in, I have world-class downhill skiing mountains, beautiful resorts that I can take advantage of. So I'm going to commit. This year, I'm learning to dance, and I'm hoping that Colette will join me in that endeavor. I know she will. And I'm going to learn to take a downhill ski. I'm going to take and awake the child in me. I'm going to set aside any concerns I might have about how silly I might look, on the dance floor, or how silly I might look falling down on the ski slopes, you know, when people my age are just whistling by and looking fantastic. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to awaken the child in me, and I'm going to take on those new things. And I'm just wondering for you, how many of those things that you've thought of doing in your life, that you've set aside because you've been concerned about, will I look foolish? I don't really know what I'm doing. You know, I wish I'd done it earlier, those sorts of things. You know, I wonder, it's probably a good number of things. And maybe now is the time to just draw a line in the sand, step across that line and say, you know what, I'm going to pick something. I'm going to think about it for the next week or two, and I'm going to pick something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm going to commit. I'm going to decide, commit, and follow through and learn that new something. I'm going to push myself outside my comfort zone, and I am going to take and grow as a result of that. So there you go. That's my little thought today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope that it added some value to you and something to think about. Until next time, have a great day.